Marshall, a founding member of the Senate DOGE caucus. He's also a member of the Senate Budget, Homeland Security, Agriculture, Health, Education, and Labor committees. Senator, it's always a pleasure. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
Maria, it's great to be with you. Happy Wednesday to you as well.
And to you. So what is the agenda? What are your priorities? I want to get to your meeting with the DOGE leaders in a second, but is this what you're expecting to take place? You're going to tackle border and energy first and push tax extension to later in the year?
Yep, Maria, I'm so excited. I finally have a purpose being up here. It's very clear to me that on November the 5th, the people of America said they wanted to see transformational changes in our government. They wanted us to secure the border. So in the first 100 days, we're going to give President Trump a transformational border bill that's going to secure the border. We're going to drill, baby, drill, and we're going to do something in the military as well. I think President Trump is thinking big. Maybe we launch some type of program like Iron Dome, and we're going to pay for it, Maria. I want to make it really clear that we are going to pay for this bill. We're going to secure the border, give President Trump his first victory.
Okay, but also, as you know, given this victory and this broad-based success that President Trump and the Republicans have had, people voted for tax cuts and the extension of the president's tax plan. So why push that to the end of 25? What's the thinking?
Yeah, Maria, so I think, first of all, it's very important that we extend those tax cuts. It's going to cost Americans $2,000 per family if we lose those tax cuts, so it's vitally important. I think it's complicated. We got to get that right. We simply won't be able to get that done. The Senate cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. Let's roll out this first bill within the first 100 days. Let's secure the border. That was the number one priority. And then we do have until 2027 when most of those tax cuts expire, but it's a top priority. We're going to get that done as well.
Okay, let's talk about the DOGE. Co-heads of the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, set to meet with lawmakers on Capitol Hill tomorrow. Are you meeting with them, Senator?
You know, absolutely. I want people to look at this like that there's a business that's upside down. We're bringing in specialists to come in and turn this business around. I think what Elon and Vivek can do is help us identify where that waste, fraud, and abuse is. And then there's things that we can do at the executive level that President Trump can do to correct it. I think that there's things that we can do in Congress as well. So they're going to help us prioritize and grab that low-hanging fruit. I can't wait to get started. I think we see 20 to 25% of the entire federal budget is waste, fraud, and abuse. Let's figure out where that is and let's fix it.
Wow, that's a big number. I mean, Musk and Ramaswamy already hitting the ground running. The DOGE X account highlighted that the cost of illegal immigration has cost more than $150 billion just last year, Senator. I know you're going to be part of the meeting, but tell me about this cost in terms of housing and caring for the illegal migrants. They've already broken the law. We've got reports that 58,000 are running around New York, and they've already been charged with crimes like murder and rape. So why is this so expensive, $158 billion last year alone?
Yeah, I want you to think about that as we roll out $80 billion to secure the border. Long term, it's going to save us money. So we invest $80 billion today. We're going to be saving $150 billion a year going forward. And think about this. A lot of that was FEMA dollars that we could be spending right now in North Carolina helping those people out as well. So we need to identify exactly where that money is being spent. To your point, probably over $100,000 per illegal immigrant. And you and I talked about this before. There's 400,000 criminals, illegal aliens running around there. Let's start with them. It's going to be expensive to get them out of here. So we can't change what's happened in the past, but we can certainly focus on the future and give the president a transformational border bill.
Are you expecting to take away federal funding to sanctuary cities or those cities who are going against the deportation of criminals and illegals?
You know, if we have to, Maria, we will. But I think you're hearing a lot of those people already singing a different tune. I think that they hear very clearly what Americans are saying as well, that Americans believe in law and order. They certainly don't want illegal criminals there. I heard the mayor of New York yesterday saying, get these criminals out of here. So I hope we don't have to do that. But if we do, we will.
China is banning exports of rare minerals used in defense products to the United States. Of course, it comes after the U.S. issued those new restrictions on some exports of certain semiconductor semiconductor chips to China. There are now fears that U.S.-China trade relations could also impact the healthcare sector. I want to get your take on this because U.S. imports of Chinese pharmaceuticals have surged since the COVID pandemic. Imports up 485% in just 2 years. I mean, this is according to the Atlantic Council. Senator, why are we still so reliant on China for the underlying ingredients in prescription drugs?
Yeah, so in particular, gallium is something that we use in PET scans, and I first recognized this problem long before I came before Congress. I was doing an infertility surgery back home, and we ran out of methylene blue and indigo carmine, and I asked how come, and of course the answer is China, China, China. Look, this is a problem brought on by the government. The government won't be able to fix it, though. I think a big part of this problem is that we don't allow mining, that we've not had a new mining permit issued in this country for over a decade. This is why for over 10 years since being here in Congress now, almost 10 years, I guess, I've been trying to move some of this mining to South America or bring it back to Canada, to America as well. It's a great question. The government gets out of the way. The government can't solve this problem. This is just but one example why we need to move these supply chains back to the Americas.
I want to get your take on this letter which Josh Hawley, your colleague in the Senate, sent to Attorney General Merrick Garland and Director Christopher Wray. And Josh Hawley writes this, Senator. Dear Attorney General Garland and Director Wray, I have received reports that under your leadership, the DOJ and FBI employees are destroying records and other documents in an effort to conceal the widespread misconduct that took place under the Biden administration. You must immediately stop this attempt to evade accountability and should terminate employees involved. Under your leadership, the DOJ and FBI have engaged in unprecedented abuses of the justice system, ranging from the criminal prosecution of President-elect Trump to bad faith prosecutions of pro-life Americans for peacefully protesting abortion and attempts to recruit undercover informants in Catholic parishes. Are they destroying documents at the DOJ and FBI, sir?
Well, Maria, that's what we need to find out. But again, this is why on November 5th, Americans said that we don't trust the FBI, that we need transformational change in the FBI. This is why we need to get Kash Patel ushered through the nominee process. I think that Kash has an incredible resume. He is a man of character. I've sat down with him on multiple occasions. He's going to do a great job. I think that he will bring that transformational change. Look, this starts at the top. Once upon a time, the FBI, the most respected law enforcement agency in the entire world. I think Kash can bring that back around. You're right. We need to figure out exactly what they're destroying. We need to hold those people criminally responsible. But more than anything right now, we need to change leadership as the FBI, and that's why I'm supporting Kash Patel.
So you've got the majority in the Senate. Have you spoken to your colleagues? Do you believe that you will have the support across the board in the Senate, that Republican senators will vote to confirm all of President Trump's nominees?
Well, look, we're Republican senators. We all have opinions. I think that the jury is still out on several of these. I think there are several that are slam dunks, the Elise Stefanik's of the world. I think that Kash Patel is a slam dunk, in my opinion. I think once he gets in front of people and tells his story, and people learn what's in his heart, that this man believes in truth and justice, he'll do a great job. So we'll do everything we can to support President Trump's nominees.
So you don't know. You say some of them won't get confirmed, you just said.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell. I think the jury is still out on several of them. I think that Pete Hegseth has a little bit of a road to climb, but I believe in Pete. I think when people sit down and listen to Pete's story and just hear what's in his heart, he's going to be a great recruiter for the military. He's going to be another transformational change. So we'll see what happens. I can't guarantee anything, but I'll be there fighting for him.
Senator, great to see you. Thanks so much.
You bet, Maria.
Roger Marshall is in D.C.